Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5, Chapter 16, Shloka 4, by His Grace Sundar Gopāl Prabhu. Please repeat. Rishi Uvacha. Sri Shukadeva Goswami continued to speak. Not, why, indeed, Maharaja, O great king, Bhagavata, O of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Maya Guna Vibhutehe, of the transformation of qualities of the material energy, Kastam, the end, Manasa, by the mind, Vachasa, by words, Va, either, Adigantum, to understand fully, Alam, capable, Vibhuda Ayusha, with a duration of life like that of Brahma, Api, even, Purushaha, a person. Tasmat, therefore, Pradhanyena, by a general description of the chief president. Eva, certainly, Bhu Goloka Vishesham. The particular description of Bhuloka, Nama Rupa, names and forms, Mana, measurements, Lakshanataha, according to symptoms, Vyakyashamaha, I shall try to explain. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Bhaktivinoda Swami Srila Prabhupada teacher. The great Rishi Shukadeva Goswami said, my dear king, there is no limit to the expansion of the Supreme Personality of Godhead's material energy. This material world is the transformation of the material qualities, Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, and Tamoguna. Yet no one could possibly explain it perfectly, even in a lifetime, as long as that of Brahma. No one in the material world is perfect, and an imperfect person could not even describe this material universe accurately, even after continued speculation. O king, I shall nevertheless try to explain to you the principal regions, such as Bhuloka, with their names, forms, measurements, and various symptoms. Please repeat. The great Rishi Shukadeva Goswami said, my dear king, there is no limit to the expansion of the Supreme Personality of Godhead's material energy. This material world is a transformation of the material qualities, Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, and Tamoguna. Yet no one could possibly explain it perfectly, even in a lifetime, as that of Brahma. No one in the material world is perfect, and an imperfect person could not describe this material universe accurately. Jai Shri Radha. Even after continued speculation, O king, I shall nevertheless try to explain to you the principal regions, such as Bhuloka, with their names, forms, measurements, and various symptoms. The material world is only 1/4 of the Supreme Personality of Godhead's creation, but it is unlimited and impossible for anyone to know or describe, even with the qualification of a life as long as that of Brahma, who lives for millions and millions of years. Modern scientists and astronomers try to explain the cosmic situation and vastness of space, and some of them believe that all the glittering stars are different suns. From Bhagavad Gita, however, we understand that all the stars, nakshatras, are like the moon, in that they reflect the sunshine. They are not independent luminaries. Bhuloka is explained to be that portion of outer space through which the heat and light of the sun extend. Therefore, it is natural to conclude that this universe extends in space as far as we can see and encompasses the glittering stars. Srila Shukadeva Goswami admitted that to give full details of this expansive material universe would be impossible, but nevertheless he wanted to give the king as much knowledge as he had received through the parampara system. We should conclude that if one cannot comprehend the material expansions of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one certainly cannot estimate the expansiveness of the spiritual world. The Brahma Samhita confirms this. Advaitamachyutamaladi mananta rupam Adyam Purana Purusham Navayavanam Cha. The limits of the expansions of Govinda, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, cannot be estimated by anyone, even a person as perfect as Brahma. Not to speak of tiny scientists whose senses and instruments are all imperfect and who cannot give us information of even this one universe. We should therefore be satisfied with the information obtainable from Vedic sources as spoken by authorities like Sundar Gopāl dāsa. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्तस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुर्मेलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवं च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादम सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्ता स्वामिनीति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशधारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे राम 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 हरे हरे.
So thank you. Thank you very much for joining in our Srimad Bhagavatam class. So we are continue reading this subject. This is the beginning of this explanation of the cosmology of the universe. And this is an important statement that Sukadeva Goswami is making. And this is like a statement that puts the modern so-called education system to waste. And our whole upbringing is centered on this modern education. Okay? And they are very, very, what we say, realistic about whatever they find and establish. And they put it in a point in a way that they say that this is very perfect knowledge. And the lay people, they get very much confused. And when they hear from the scriptures, they're so convincing that they tend to put up a front saying that these religious things are all bogus. Huh? Is it not? Eh? So when a person who is a lay person hears this thing, he does not understand, and his faith on the Lord will get eroded. This is the very, what we say, a dangerous part. A very dangerous. Because the whole question of trying to escape this material world is how much you develop your faith in. That is. But if you are going to hear something which is going to undermine your faith, then what is the purpose? What is the? You understand this point?
Yes.
You understand this point? Do you understand it? And that is exactly what we are doing to ourselves, to our children, everything is all on this nonsense. You understand? And we are glamoring, oh, he got PhD, he got what? What is it? He's got a master's, he got so many things. But the crucial point of this nonsense is that he has lost faith in. Has lost faith in? I was having a debate with one of the professors in school, one school. This professor was saying, can you give me an example of some very exalted person? I said, Arjuna. He said, no, you must give me a name of some CEO, somebody. I said, Arjuna is the best. He's the general. So who is this Arjuna? He doesn't even know. I said, are you in India? Where are you? Huh?
Delhi, UK.
I think that talk is there in the
It's there
state.
in Delhi, UK.
So can you imagine how much we are contaminated with this so-called bombardment of material science? And if we put faith in that, it is going to derail, I use the word again, derail our path towards Krishna. I quoted that verse last, 440, right? I quoted this verse.
Yes, Bhagavad Gita.
Yeah. If you have no faith, then you will fall down. You will what? Can you read that?
अज्ञानश्च श्रद्धदानश्च संशयात्मा विनश्यति नायं लोकोऽस्ति न परो न सुखं संशयात्मनः. But ignorant and faithless persons who doubt the revealed scriptures do not attain God consciousness. They fall down. For the doubting soul, there is no happiness neither in this world nor in the next.
Is that? Yeah? For those persons who are faithless and ignorant, who doubt the revealed scriptures, they do not attain God consciousness, they fall down. Falling down means not just falling down, falling down means what?
Lowest.
Taking lower species in life. So try to understand how all this thing is leading to. They show, you see, we have just landed in the moon. We have just landed in Mars. We are, hello. It's all science, Prabhu. It's all. Right? But here, Sukadev Goswami, who have even went to the heavenly planet, he spoke Mahabharata in the heavenly planet, and he is speaking that nobody can figure it out, although he has traveled there. But we are paying more, we are putting more faith in somebody who spent some small little satellite out there somewhere, somewhat moon landing with some rovers. Oh, this is real. You see how contaminating the consciousness is. And the worst thing, that instead of speaking up, you are actually silent. You are what? No, they are correct. They went there. No, how can we deny, Prabhu? Their pictures all are very bona fide.
Even congratulated. Even congratulated.
This is symptom of a person who has lost faith, who is doubting. Who is what? Doubting. You understand? There's a verse, 10:44:10. What is that? We're saying this 10:44 thing. Is that it? You know this verse? Huh? You know this? Hello? What?
Yeah.
Read.
A wise person should not enter an assembly if he knows the participants there are committing acts of impropriety. pro- propriety. And if, having entered such an assembly, he fails to speak the truth, speaks falsely, or pleads ignorance, he will certainly incur sin.
That. In fact, this verse, they say even Brahma admitted in that verse. I don't know. If someone think he knows.
Yeah.
You see, we finished this one. If you are actually supporting this theory, if you are what? Then you are implicated. You are what? Implicated. No, Prabhu, this is science, Prabhu. What to say? They're showing, no. Huh? What they show? Correct? I've seen devotees are glorifying Chandrayana. Wow, everybody clapping hands. And they're selling congratulatory message to them. Hello? Then you mean to say we shouldn't say? No, but you're getting implicated. You're getting what?
Implicated.
What? You have to understand that you cannot at any time compromise with this nonsense. You cannot what? Cannot. Because their actions are all against scriptural authority. You understand this point? Hello?
Yes.
You understand? Now you cannot try to what? They're good, I mean, you see, science, listen. Hey, science also made so many advancements, medical treatment, all science. Prabhu, what? They have challenged Prabhupada. You speak so much against science, but you're using everything for science. Prabhupada said that is the best value of your science. I'm using it in Krishna's. That's the essence. So we should not try to get implicated in this. Because our faith should not at any moment be compromised. And that is the factor that will determine our loving relationship with Krishna. That's why many devotees, they are not even bothered whether the sun is moving or the earth is falling down. What, they don't care. They don't want. The gopis, they don't know. They don't want to know. They don't even know Krishna is God. What to speak? Understand this point? Their only concern is how to develop love with Krishna. That's it. That is their. There is a verse, no, but they don't even know who I am. I think it's 11, 12, something. 11, 12, something. You can see that. And these gopis, they don't even know who I am. 11, 12. You see that? That's there?
Yeah.
Huh? No. This is down.
The inhabitants of Rome.
Not that one. Eleven, 12, 13.
All those hundreds
I
of
think
thousands.
you read first 11, 12, 12. Huh?
Okay.
Then 12, 13. So you see here the gopis.
My dear Uttava, just as great sages in yoga trance merge into self-realization, like rivers merging into the ocean, and are thus not aware of material names and forms, similarly, gopis of Vrindavana were so completely attached to me within their minds that they could not think of their own bodies, or of this world, or of their future lives. Their entire consciousness was simply bound up in me. All those hundreds of thousands of gopis understanding me to be their most charming lover and ardently desiring me in that way were unaware of my actual position. Yet, by intimately associating with me, the gopis attained me, the supreme absolute truth.
See that point here? They don't even know. They didn't even care. They didn't even what? Huh? Okay. Their only interest to see that Krishna is. So our devotional service should be in that mood. Of course, I'm not saying that you become a fool. At least you should read all the books that is given by our spiritual master. And you should try to understand that in that spirit. Not to try to make some investigation to figure out this planet and that planet and, you know, they say like this, you say like this, they say like this. I mean, it never ends. It never, to reconcile is not going to work. In fact, in this one verse, it says that nobody can figure this out. I mean, today's verse, nobody can. There's another verse, I think, 8:23-29, I think.
Okay. One who is subject to death cannot measure the glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Trivikrama, Lord Vishnu, any more than he can count the number of atoms of the entire planet Earth. No one, whether born already or destined to take birth, is able to do this. This has been sung by the great sage Vasishtha.
So no one taken birth or destined to take birth. Yeah. So try to understand. It is a waste of time. That's why Krishna also told us, what is the use of all this detailed knowledge, Arjuna? They speak about a spark of my splendor. This is what, 1042, is it? Huh?
Yes, last one.
Huh?
41.
41. 42, I know.
Okay. Yeah.
So you see how the Lord himself also is not very, what we say,
Ekam Shena Sthito Jagat.
speaking all his glories. And what's the use of all this detailed knowledge, you know? Right? See, the whole idea is to develop the love for the Lord. That's why Krishna said you go to a scientist to learn this. Did he say that?
Guru.
He said you please approach a scientist and you learn this thing. Did he say that? What did he say? What did he say? You go to who? Huh? What? Who? A self-realized soul. And what is the definition of the self-realized soul? He has studied computer science. He is graduated of your what? IIT what? Chennai.
Correct.
Kharagpur is the topmost, is it?
Mumbai.
Bombay. Is it? Tell me. You look at all the kids in this school, you know, although they are very heavy head with big brain, but actually you don't even know how to sweep the floor. Stupid. You understand? They are so stupid. They don't even know how to wash their underwear, Prabhu, these guys. Understand? This is pure nonsense. This is pure nonsense. Real knowledge means that you understand Vasudevam Sarvam Iti. This is Jnana. Jnana what? Mam Prapadyante Vasudevam Sarvam Iti. He never said that, oh, you know, this what? PhD. What? Prabhupada said PhD means plow department. You understand? See how foolishly we have been, what we say, that I said again the word, derailed from our original path of trying to develop our loving relationship with Krishna because of all this nonsense material science that we have been indoctrinated since what? At a very young age. Secularism, in the name of secularism. No, don't bring theology here. Don't bring what? Theology. Our school has no room for theology. What? Everything you take from God and you deny Him. Is this a very good sign? Is this a very good proposition? Huh? Therefore, Krishna says, people who are thinking like this, I will put them in lower and lower species where they will perpetually remain there. That is the price to pay. It's a what? Heavy price to pay. I mean, think. You see how a little deviate on this path, by compromising with this so-called nonsense, we can get very much spiritually what? Contaminated. So don't think that you are here chanting Hare Krishna, developing all this program. It's just simply waste of time. Huh? Is that what? Waste of time. The whole process, as Krishna said, because you Arjuna, you are my friend and you are my devotee. Therefore, these secrets can be revealed. This Krishna said, this is what? Secret, this is Rahasya. This, the word he used what? Rahasya. Rahasya is what? Secret. Secret you cannot get unless the party reveals it to you. You cannot extract secret at gunpoint or what. It is not possible. Huh? Is it possible? No. Only if you what? Surrender. That's why Krishna used the word first. Pranipatena. You go and surrender. Without that surrendering thing, there's no possibility of anyone making any form of spiritual effort. That's not possible. Although he may come to the temple, he may bow down 50 million times or pour some milk or do some, whatever he may do. But if he doesn't surrender, then he do. He cannot make any spiritual. And surrendering means you have to first have faith. Without faith, how you surrender? Possible? Not possible. And to have that faith, you have to hear. Whose side you have to hear? Huh? You have to hear from the devotees of the Lord. That's why Prabhupada always quoted this verse, 325. Satam prasanga mama virya samvido. This was, he quotes this word all the time. Surrendering means associating with devotees. Associating with devotees means, can you read that?
Shatam prasangam mama virya samvido bhavanti hritkarna rasayana katha joshnadasva pavargavartmani shraddharatir bhaktir anukramishati. In the association of pure devotees, discussion of the pastimes and activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is very pleasing and satisfying to the ear and the heart. By cultivating such knowledge, one gradually becomes advanced on the path of liberation, and thereafter he is freed and his attraction becomes fixed. Then real devotion and devotional service begin.
That in the association of devotees. You understand? Then association of devotee is the first step, no? Then surrender must be there. No? If you don't do that, then it is impossible for anyone to get this devotion. It's difficult, impossible. But therefore, we should understand, what we are getting into and why it is dangerous to go on the scientific so-called path. It's very dangerous. It's very detrimental. So be cautious. Not that you're just coming here and just, oh, this is religion, my Hindu religion. No, I am coming here to bow down to God. And it's traditionally what that Hindu does. No? That's why I see all of them, they're lost. Practically, they don't even know who God is. So pathetic. They don't even know who. So confused. They are totally confused. And if you do not know who God is, then how can you develop your faith? Can you? Huh? Can you? No, no, Prabhu, everything is God. Huh? Is it? I mean, I travel all over. Don't tell me that I'm just here. I just came back actually, 4-month tour of India. Practically, most major cities I've covered. Same problem. Not one of them understand the position of God. Not one. Huh? I say again, not one. Don't tell me this. A very unfortunate position the Indians are. Despite the country where the Lord came, the Lord walked, the Lord had pastimes, the Lord had so many activities, and this poor Indian, they don't even know who he is. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? How much Kali Yuga has completely what? Summarized. And they're all, wow, IIT, IDs, blah, blah, blah. I mean, so many degrees. What? They all want to become like what is Sundar Pichai and this guy and that guy. This is all their goal. Huh? But nobody is interested in trying to what? Follow God. You see how this whole education system has messed it up. Education system has completely messed it up. Yeah? Even so many guys I saw all got degree and something he has, And what's he doing? He's driving three-wheeler, bro. So why you study so much to drive a three-wheeler? Why? There's no job. So you see how this system, and this is a scam. I was preaching to all the boys. This is a scam. You pay lakhs and lakhs of rupees, and after you finish 3-4 years, they give you one paper which is worth what? 2 paisa. They print in their computer, Prabhu, and give it to you 2 paisa. You take home now. What? Isn't this a scam? Huh? No, 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 no. And then what's the use of this paper? What is of your paper? Can't even get a job. Correct? Yes. This is a scam. But instead of teaching the person the real knowledge, what is the real knowledge? Vasudevam Sarvamiti. This real knowledge. Rajavidya Rajaguyam Pavitramidam Uttamam. Krishna said, this is knowledge. What is knowledge? Hello? You know where that was? Huh? Where? Not sure. Huh? 10-2. To put it up. See this?
Rajavidya Rajaguhyam Pavitram Idamuttamam Pratyaksham Bhavaman Dharmyam Surkamam Kartum Avyayam.
Krishna put this thing word no. What is that? Can you go back? Pratyaksha Vagamanam. So this Pratyaksha means this knowledge is not some theory, Hello? That's what you learn. All theories. According to this Pythagoras theory. According to this person's theory. This theory means what? Pure speculation. It's pure what? Speculation. Hello. But here, Krishna never says this is theory. What he says, Pratyakshaka means direct perception. That means you are going to get what? Direct perception of the Lord. Hello. This is not theory. The theory. Krishna's theory. Hello. This is what this Krishna did. You understand? See the word Krishna used. You're going to get direct perception. That means you're going to get what? And another thing he added, Sukham. This is not some knowledge you're going to get. Oh, yeah, fine, good, This you're going to get what? Real happiness. Hello? You're going to get what?
Real
Happiness, which is what? Ever increasing. Ever what? You go up to your graduation and they give you deck with some crazy outfit and then they give you one paper. As I said, 2 paisa worth. And after all the accolade, you go back home in the rickshaw and you are very happy. Yes? Hello? This is nonsense. This is what? Nonsense. But here, Krishna is saying, this is what? Topmost. Topmost. And you're going to get happiness. Topmost. Understand? Even Prahlad Maharaj said, yes, so many guys may say so many things. But what Krishna says, that is the best. You know where that was? Huh? Do you know where that was? 7:7:29. You understand? It is not some kind of a shallow knowledge or some speculative stuff. You look through your tiny microscope and you write some big PhD and you claim that this is it. Huh? Rubbish. This is what? Huh? A pure rubbish. You understand? Until you develop that faith in Krishna, you're not going nowhere, boy. You're not going anywhere. You're going down. You're going where? You're going down. That's Krishna says, if you don't have any faith in me, then I'll put you. Where I'll put you? Lower species where you cannot even come back. That's Krishna's word, not my word. Huh? Understand? It's not some kind of a joke, You can just do what you like and carry on your life. Forget it. If you're not going to surrender, you're not going to make it. Clear as that. Take out that?
Yes. Of the different processes recommended for disentanglement from material life, the one personally explained and accepted by the Supreme Personality of Godhead should be considered all perfect. That process is the performance of duties by which love for the Supreme Lord develops.
Hello? Are you seeing this? Huh? You cannot come and tell me that, this material science, blah, blah, blah. Nonsense. This is what? Hello? This is what? Nonsense. It's got no other word than nonsense. So if you're going to give preference to this nonsense, then you are going to be a nonsense. Yes? Yes? Are you going to spend all these years to end up as a nonsense? That means you must be a fool. You must be what? Fool. Yes or no? It's a fool. So spending all your time and energy to end up as a fool, this is something really weird. Yes? Hello? That's why Krishna says, Avajanante mam, fool. If we think that I am an ordinary person, he is a fool. He's a what? Mudahom na bijanante. These fools cannot understand me. Can you take out that word? I think it's 9:25, 7:25. You please try to understand that you cannot compromise. And you cannot say that this nonsense is at any point of time is what? Right. Cannot. You cannot. If you do so means you are in what? Avishat buddhi. You are contaminated consciousness. Can you read that?
Naham prakasha sarvasya yoga maya samapita mudoyam na vijanati lokamam adamapyayam.
Mudoham na bijanante. Fool cannot understand. See?
I am never manifest to the foolish and unintelligent. For them, I am covered by my internal potency, and therefore they do not know that I am unborn and infallible.
The fools cannot. So if you remain spiritually a fool, materially you may think that you got big degrees and whatnot, but spiritually that is zero. That is what? If anyone, that's why Krishna even called Arjuna a fool. Do you know that? Huh? What are you talking, Arjuna? You're a fool. You're crying for something is not worthy. So that's what our whole training, consciousness, everything is based on the Mamaham. What? Mama? On this foolish platform that I am this. That is all it is. And this is called Pasu Buddhi. This is called what? Huh? Pasu Buddhi. You know where the verse about Pasu Buddhi? Huh? No. No. It's 12:12:5, I think. No, 12:5. 12:5. And either it's 12:15 or something like that. Sukadev Goswami is telling Parikshit Maharaj, don't think you're going to die, This dying consciousness is animalistic.
This one, 10, 12, 5, 2,
12.
5, 2. O king, give up the animalistic mentality.
Yeah, take that. In Sanskrit, you see,
Yeah.
Pasu Buddhim.
Rajan Marishyeti, Pashu Buddhim Imam Jahi, Najadaha Abhutotya, Dehavat Tvam Nakshasi, Pashu Buddhim Imam Jahi. O king, give up the animalistic mentality of thinking, I am going to die. Unlike the body, you have not taken birth. There was not a time in the past when you did not exist and you are not about to be destroyed.
So try to understand this is all the material education is about. And to rose it up, they say, no, you please, we're going to have what? Time travel to the moon. We're going to, I think they started traveling to space. You get the feel of our science, Prabhu. Then we will take you to, I don't know where. They don't even know where. Where's the objective? They don't know. Right? See, this is how the cheating going on. So if you're going to bank your faith in this, then it's going to be difficult. It's going to be. Actually, Prabhupada said this word, this slaughterhouse education. He used the word slaughterhouse education is simply making people atheists. Simply making people atheists. And atheists, what is their punishment in this atheists? Of course, everyone go to hell. Huh? But this atheists, what is their punishment? Huh? You don't know. You know or you don't know? You don't know. Okay, take off. 5:26:3. So if you go into this atheistic mentality, this is the consequence. Go to read. Yeah, read that.
Just as by executing various pious activities, one achieves different positions in heavenly life. By acting impiously, one achieves different positions in hellish life. Those who are activated by the material mode of ignorance engage in impious activities, and according to the extent of their ignorance, they are placed in different grades of hellish life. If one acts in the modes of ignorance because of madness, his resulting misery is the least severe. One who acts impiously but knows the distinction between pious and impious activities is placed in a hell of intermediate severity. And for them who acts impiously and ignorantly because of atheism, that is the worst. Because of ignorance, every living entity has been carried by various desires into thousands of different hellish planets since time immemorial. I shall try to describe them as far as worst.
Hello? The atheist is put into what?
Hellish life worst.
Huh? What is that is put into? verse. Hello? You just see. Yeah? No, don't think that this is all some talk and we are just wasting time here. This is facts. This is what? So Krishna said, Arjuna. Krishna said, you don't listen to me, Arjuna. You don't want to listen? You will be finished. You will be what? Did he say that or not? Did he say that or not? Do you know where he said it? You don't know. You don't know where he said that? Where did he say that? Huh? You must know all these verses by the, in your fingertips now. Come on. These are all very basic things in our, you don't know. I'm surprised. Read the thing.
मच्चित्त सर्वदुर्गानि मत्प्रसादत्तरिष्यसि अतेजत्वा अहङ्कारं न श्रोष्यसि विनक्ष्यसि. If you become conscious of me, you will pass over all the obstacles of conditioned life by grace. If, however, you do not practice such consciousness, but active false ego, not hearing me, you will be lost.
Ganesh. So not that you can have what? Oh, I understand all these people are saying all these signs. I will listen to these signs and you think you can make it. Krishna will destroy you, boy. Tell you. Can you go 3:29, 39? Krishna will just destroy you. Don't think you can make it in this world without his grace. Forget it. You think it's some joke. He's what? Some? A joke. Krishna is a joker. He like to kind of always joke around. Yes? Yes, read this.
No one is dear to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, nor is anyone his enemy or friend, but he gives inspiration to those who have not forgotten him and destroys those who have.
See that? This is whose word? Huh? Whose word is this? Hello? So try to understand. In this material world, either you surrender or you don't surrender. Either you what? Surrender or you don't. There's no what middle path. They say I follow the middle path, Prabhu. Yeah, this is the middle path. This is the what? The middle path. So think again and think carefully. We got no choice. We got no choice. We have to surrender. We have to surrender. And we have to chant. And if we don't want to do that, then this situation is going to be very, very precarious. Because we have already been through that. Millions and millions of lives. Again, some more millions and millions of lives. Any problem for God, Krishna? If you become a little ass, is it going to be a big problem for him? Tell me. Is it? Oh, my son has become a dog. Krishna is going to cry? Hello? Think. Understand? So please, wake up. This so-called science is nonsense. Is what? I never heard or saw anyone who went to that school and became a great devotee. Have you give me some names? Who is that? Einstein. He became what? A big Mahabhagavata. Is it? Who? Who? Thomas Edison. Is it? Who? Who? Hello? Think. I better we take shelter of a devotee, as Krishna says, and you become my. And even if you are a fool, it doesn't matter. In fact, Krishna says, anyone who takes this path is the cleverest of the clever. Hello? You know where is that verse? 11? Take it out. There is the cleverest of the clever if you become a devotee. He never give credit to the person who what? On the materialistic path. Huh? What?
Chatura is saying.
The process.
This process is the supreme intelligence of the intelligent and cleverness of the most clever. For by following it, one can in this very life make use of the temporary and unreal to achieve me, the eternal reality.
Is that? In fact, in Chaitanya Charitamrita, is the what? Chatura. Ah. He is the most intelligent. So please, try to understand. Because many parents are very concerned that kids, we must go to school, all this nonsense. But better he become an uneducated fool and a devotee rather than an educated and non-devotee. No, Prabhu, we must strike balance in both, We have to go the what? Middle path. Yeah? But if you go like that, there's a very good chance that the person will become what? Atheistic. Will become what? And his whole spiritual life will be. You'll be what? And when again he's going to become a devotee? You don't know? You know. Huh? No, Prabhu, he came from IIT Kharagpur. Prabhu, he surely will become a devotee. Yeah? Think. Understand. Yeah, pure nonsense. This whole system of education is a scam. It's a what? It's a scam. Just to make money. Who's behind all these education schools? Who is behind? Some big businessman, that's all. All it is scam. Understand? And we all are fools going into this like ships been herded, ships been, and nobody there is taught anything about God. Nothing, no knowledge. No. We don't believe in all this mythology. What they say in their Indian style, mythology. Yeah. Hello, this mythology. Yeah, go ahead. You know how dangerous it is? By going in that direction, you are asking for trouble. It is pure trouble. That's all. So please be careful. Today is the disappearance day of what? Jagannath Das Babaji. And they are all acharyas from your country. And instead of following such great acharyas, you're going to sidetrack to following all these crazy guys. You're going to go into trouble. In fact, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given a blank order. Bharata Bhumita Janma Yar. What is it? All those who are born in India, their only job is what? Parabhupakar. That's all he gave given you. Instead of doing this, you are following all this nonsense. Every Indian guy wants to be an IT guy somewhere. He wants to go and overseas here, there, here, thinking that he will get a lot of money. That's all it is. Not one person wants to train himself up to become a devotee of Krishna. I'm telling you, this is the only thing that saves anybody. I mean, I'm not just talking out of my head. I've traveled. I've been around the world practically. I've gone to so many countries. And the respect they give you because of this knowledge, unprecedented. You understand? Because this knowledge is so important. This turns a person's life around. I remember I was there in so many places. And it came with so many questions. After my presentation, any question, Prabhu, you answered all the questions. There's no need to. So many places. So please become serious about this Krishna consciousness and do not go and have some unwavering faith about this crazy science, thinking that it has got some good. Nothing good. Nothing. Even Sukadev Goswami is admitting here. I cannot describe this. The phantom, actually the word phantom, the creation of God. I cannot. I am just merely going to give you what I've heard, and that's it. Finished. Some names, he said, some names, some qualities, Lakshana. I'm just going to give you some of these things, and that's all. In fact, in one part of this fifth canto, the description in Sanskrit, was so, I would say, elaborate. The Prabhupada said, I cannot translate this. I'm giving in Sanskrit. If you want to figure it out, it's yours.
Oh,
Do you know that? The one section you go to fifth canto is in Sanskrit. Because it is mind-boggling. It is mind. You understand? Don't speak so much. Even our ocean, we don't even know. And we are exploring what? Space. Oh, Prabhupada gave the moon is such a planet that all farmers, they must use the moon calendar. They want to plant, they must what? They follow the moon, the lunar, the calendar. The moon is going to start becoming, we should plant now. The moon is going to go, no, now you can. It's such an important planet that it assists vegetation, and you go there, it's all desert. How to believe this theory? How? Can you accept that? Something wrong somewhere, boy. You think about it. Understand? So you are a fool if you listen to their crazy nonsense. Because it will undermine your faith, and that's very, very, very dangerous. I don't think you should go on that path. You understand this? Anybody got any questions?
I have.
Yeah.
So yesterday only I was saying about this topic, but what they are saying is, if let's say Bible is saying one thing, they are talking about America. Bible is saying one thing, and NASA is saying another thing. You should believe in NASA, and that's why America, Russia, all these are all so much developed, and India is remaining as fool like that, like that. So what do you say about that? How they look like so much developed?
See, this is their propaganda. Their propaganda is to show that how we are so developed. And the women are all a prostitute. Is that development? Do you know the survey that they done in America that Indians are outperforming all the other races? Why? Because the women remain chaste. The women remain developed. You have all kind of crazy children shooting all kind of drugs and doing all kind of crazy. Is that development? What is your definition of development? That your daughters become prostitutes? Is that development? Tell me. This is nonsense. This is what? Nonsense. You understand? Development means that there is what? Purity of the family units. That's why Arjuna was arguing. If we kill, then the whole thing will be finished. That's development. Is that not development? All these guys, the so-called development. I've been to Russia. Listen, I've been to America. You tell me which country I didn't go. You tell me. That development in them. All the Indians who especially have daughters, they're packing up and going. Why? Why are you leaving? Prabhu, this country. You understand? Dangerous. It's what? Dangerous. Don't tell me about development. And okay, let's say you develop, you put in all your energy in it. Can you develop anything that solve birth, death, old age, and disease? Hello? Have you developed that? No. I also see people lying on the street. I see people also homeless. At least I didn't find that in India. I didn't see that. Hello? Right? Crime rate is exorbitant. I didn't see that in India. Hello? Come on. What is your statistics? Tell me. Huh? What is this development? Development is not based on simply on sense gratification. Any society that goes on that, what is that verse? 5 what? 2 or 3? Yeah? Parabhava abodhaja. This development for sense gratification is available even for the stool-eating animals. Stool-eating, this so-called development. Yeah? I think it's 5.
Fine.
What is that?
पराभवस्तावत् अवोजाता यावन्न जिज्ञास आत्मतत्त्वं यावत् क्रियस्तावदिदमं मनो वै कर्मात्मकं येन शरीरबन्धः. As long as one does not inquire about the spiritual values of life, one is defeated and subjected to miseries arising from ignorance. Be it sinful or pious, karma has its resultant actions. If a person is engaged in any kind of karma, his mind is called karmatmaka, coupled with fruitive activity. As long as the mind is impure, consciousness is unclear, and as long as one is absorbed in fruitive activity, he has to accept a material form.
One verse before. This is the price to pay for sense gratification.
नूनं प्रमत्ते कुरुते विकर्म यदिन्द्रियप्रीति आप्नोति न साधु मन्ये यतात्मनोऽयम् असन्नपि क्लेशदाशदेह. When a person considers sense gratification the aim of life, he certainly becomes mad after materialistic living and engages in all kinds of sinful activity. He does not even know that due to his past misdeeds, he has already received a body which, although temporary, is the cause of his misery. Actually, the living entity should not have taken on a material body, but he has been awarded this material body for sense gratification. Therefore, I think it is not befitting an intelligent man to involve himself again in the activities of sense gratification, by which perpetually he gets material bodies one after another.
This is development. This is development. Hello? Huh? I mean, I'm again saying, I'm not just talking out of my head. I was there in India, and in India, any guy wakes up, the first thing he does is do some puja, Prabhu. Hello? Huh? Kausalya, Suprabha. I mean, I hear. But you go to America, there's Kausalya, Suprabha. What? The guy is taking his dog out, and he's carrying the stool of the dog. That is his problem. Hello? This is development. Huh? Tell me. And you never know you can come back home because you can get shot. That's development. Tell me, that's development. Hello? Please, I think you better, rephrase your consciousness to understand what is development and what is not development. Is it clear? Huh? Don't be a fool, boy. Doesn't mean that you can eat with the hand, but you cannot eat with the hand. The spoon means development. Huh? That's development. You can just make coffee unless you are a machine making that's development. Is it? Come on, it's nonsense. Huh? This is nonsense. Simple living, high thinking. But this development is for high thinking and
Simple living.
I mean, I was shocked. Development. I went to the airport. I used the launch. They have, and the toilet was so sophisticated. I didn't know how to work it because you have to press so many buttons. Amazing. I was thinking this is development. I didn't just flush it down and finish with it, but I have to figure out. I have a manual. How to? This is development. And of course, you have to pay so much money if you have to use their launch, Hello. I think you have got your, what they say, your parameters wrong. Yeah? Please understand, real development, one thing, that you understand that you are servant of Krishna. That's development. Krishna says what? That's what? Sarvamiti. Samatma, Jnanavan, Mam Prapadyante, Vasudevan. That's development. Krishna said that is a Mahatma and
Rare.
Sudurlabha, and he is rare and great. So that's development. Development means that you are on the path back home, back to God. That's development. Anything else is fall short of that is a waste. Shramam eva.
Kevalam.
What is that word? 126, is it?
Yeah.
Huh?
Dharmasmanasi.
1 to what?
5. 7.
No, not this.
8.
1 to 8.
Manasika Vishwaksena. Navadpadayati Shrama eva hi kevalam. The occupational activities a man performs according to his own position are only so much useless labor if they do not provoke attraction for the message of the personality of God.
So much useless labor if it doesn't provoke attraction for the Lord. Anything else you do is simply waste of time. Simply waste of time. If anyone who is intelligent, he will what? Quickly take up this. Janatu asu. Asu means what? Quickly take up this road. Otherwise, actually, to tell you the fact that you cannot do this. This becoming Krishna consciousness is not in your hand. It is not in your hands. You think that, oh, yeah. No. Krishna selects who comes, who don't come, who can come, who cannot. Is in whose hands? It's Krishna's. Therefore, with humility, we have to pray, please select me. Please pick me up. Please. That's the move. Otherwise, Krishna can send you just like now, many people come and then they go to ISKCON and this con and that con, not con. Why? Why? Because Krishna is not giving them mercy. Krishna is what? You're sidetracked, you're going. Just like some group of boys came to what challenge us in some, what center is that? Pratattu. They came and arguing with us, why you ISTR, why you are, and all their contention was, Prabhupada said, grand disciple. That one line. Wasn't that fact? Their whole philosophy is based on that one word. What is that? Grand disciple.
The Swami explained.
Not one word in front and one word at the back. That's not just this one. And that is their whole what? Tattva. Truth. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine? On one contact, Prabhupada said, why did he say that? Yes, that's all irrelevant. It is all. That's why Prabhupada writes somewhere, he says you can become guru. Enough. Finish. Prabhupada said you become guru. How much they completely come. This is because you're insincerity. It's like Krishna. Can you imagine Prabhupada came to save the whole world? Yes. And not only that, he has also put a thing that you can always come back to me. I will take you back. But in this very, very, what I would say, most priceless arrangement, and you are what? Why? Because Krishna is the disciple. Why Prabhupada talks so many things? Why this particular conversation he has to put that? Krishna knows. You understand? So therefore, if you want to become a devotee, only price is to be sincere. And you have to, what is that word? You have to excessive greed. What is that word? This is the heavy price to pay for this to become a devotee. 8? No, not this one. No, I think it is with Ramananda Rai, talk is 8 Madhya. Madhya 8 what? 870. This is the only price to pay for to become a devotee.
कृष्ण भक्ति रसभावित मति क्रियतम यदि कुतोपि लभ्यते तत्र लोयम् अपि मूल्यम् एकलम् जन्म कोटि सुकृतिं न लभ्यते. Pure devotional service in Krishna consciousness cannot be had even by paying activities in hundreds and thousands. It can be attained only by paying one price, that is intense greed to obtain. If it is available somewhere, one must purchase it without delay.
This is intense greed. Intense what? Krishna, please. Understand? And Krishna will then see. Otherwise, you see how many, I don't know, you played snake and ladder in your life. Did you play that game, snake and ladder?
The name is like,
how many numbers the snakes are waiting to bite you? Yes? So like that, the spiritual path has got many, I think there's a word about so many crocodiles and so many, this path, so if you get Krishna's mercy, you can cross over. Otherwise, it's going very,
what was?
Was it?
2.
Actually, that is in 115 something. And this part where the generals were all giving formidable, Arjuna managed to cross this because of taking shelter of Krishna. You understand? That's the verse is there.
Bhishma said
115 something. 16. 115, 16.
Yeah. Great generals like Bhishma, Drona, Karna, Bhurishrava, Shushtruma, Shalya, Jayadratha, and Bhalika all directed their invisible weapons against me. But by this Lord Krishna's grace, they could not even touch a hair on my head.
Not this verse. There's another verse. Formidable.
In 10th canto, there was a message to Parikshit in first chapter.
It was so much formidable, but because of my faith in Krishna, I managed to cross. Arjuna is speaking this book. Anyway, it is there. You can read up in the 115 chapter. So, okay, I guess I have made my presentation. I hope it's convincing enough for you to understand. Yes, no?
Yes.
What? Masters. You got masters. What do you got? Masters. No. Better get 7. Not master. Get what? 7 of the 7. Yes? All right. Thank you very much. Grantara, any questions there?
No.
Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki
Jai.
Krishna Gopāl
Jai.
Dāsa.